everyone, this is Always UpliftTD and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you an app that I coded. So this app is called ReCenter, and it's basically a resource center for many iOS tools and softwares. I coded it in Python, and the funny thing is, when I started the project, I actually didn't think that I was going to actually release the app onto the internet. I just really enjoy coding apps, and it makes me feel kind of inspired and productive when I do it. But I ended up feeling really good with how the app came out, so I decided to make the app publicly available for anyone to download. So that's what this video is about. So the first thing I want to do is show you the code that I wrote. So as you can see here, I have the zip file and the folder for the app. So I'm just going to open this in the Python coding interface. Alright, so as you can see, this is everything that I typed. And one thing to note is that I didn't use a template. Like some people use a template for building apps when they code in Python, but I wrote this all myself. And I'm just going to run the app to show you what it's like. So when the app opens up, you see this "To Get You Started" page over here. And then below that are jailbreaks and bypasses. And then these things down here are just extras like downgrades and that. And I will actually be updating this app when I have free time. So for example, if I click on this, you can see it says coming soon and check back in a few weeks. So like I said, slowly I will probably be adding new features and functions to this app. So let's take a look at the other features. So the first thing here under the "To Get You Started" section is 3utools. Now 3utools is basically just a multi-function iOS utility. So like you can update or restore iDevices, and you can enter recovery mode, you can exit recovery mode. And it actually has some pretty cool features like adding ringtones that are only available on 3utools, and also lots of fun wallpapers. And the best part about this app is it's completely free. But there's one catch, is it's only for Windows. And even though ReCenter is a macOS app, I still put 3utools in it because I thought someone might still like to have the link for the tool or be able to download the tool and then share it to your PC. And then the next software in the row is called AnyTrans. Now, AnyTrans is a paid software, but they do let you have a free trial. And one thing that I really like about it that's unique is this software lets you transfer videos and music to iPods as well. So like I use it for my iPod Nano, but you can also use it for like the iPod Classic, or I'm pretty sure the iPod Shuffle as well. And the last software is called DBack. This software isn't free, but it can really help you recover your data from your iDevice if it's not working. So like if you mistakenly deleted your photos or messages, but they were not in the recently deleted folder. You can also recover videos, contacts, and notes. Some other file types that this software says it can recover are call history, Safari history, reminders, and calendars. So that's all in the "To Get You Started" section. But before we go into the next part, let me show you what happens when you click the buttons. So for 3utools, it just warns you that it's a Windows application only, and there's an option to cancel or still download it. And if you say you want to download it, then it takes you directly to the 3utools download page and asks you if you want to allow downloads. Just like this. One thing to know is you will always have to allow downloads on any tool or software that you download from this app. So just click allow in order to get the software. And then for AnyTrans, it just takes you straight to the download page. And then you can see it downloads to your computer. And then finally for DBack, you can see it asks you if you want to download the Windows version or for Mac. Now I know most people will choose the macOS version, but I wanted to put the Windows option in there as well in case anybody wanted the Windows version. So next in the corner down here is the jailbreak section. And the first thing I wanted to say is the iOS 6 and 7 jailbreak functions aren't available yet, but I will work on those functions as soon as possible. So the jailbreak options are all pretty similar. So like if we click on this one, it just brings up the window and says choose a jailbreak. And then when we click on the button for the jailbreak we want, it tells you that it will download an IPA file to your downloads. And then I also put a recommendation for an app that you can use to install the IPA file on your iPhone or Apple device. The software is called AltServer and can be found at altstore.io. And it's pretty much the same for iOS 9 jailbreaks, it's just a different tool called Phoenix. And then when you click on the button, you can see it says it will open the Phoenix website. So the reason it says this is because I couldn't get the app to go to the direct download URL. So I had to make the app go to the website and then you can download it from there. And of course, again, it's an IPA file that you will have to install to your device. So then for iOS 10 jailbreaks, the software is called Helix. And when you click on it, it will actually give you this window here, because there are actually two versions of Helix. So the first version is just called Helix, which is for the iPhone 5 only. But the second version is for the iPhone 5S to iPhone 7. So both of these buttons will take you to the direct download. So I'll just show you one. And it's the same thing, the IPA file, when you click OK, downloads it to your computer. And most of these jailbreaks are all pretty similar. They all have options for jailbreak softwares and mostly explain if there's a separate version or whatever. So now for the bypass section. So the first option is for bypassing the iCloud lock on the iPhone 4. And when you click on it, it says the tool is called Sliver. And then when you click on that, you can see it gives a little bit of information on Sliver and how to do the bypass. So you might get a little bit confused by the next option, which says bypass A5 devices. But the reason I put that there is because you know how every year Apple releases multiple devices, like how they'll release an iPad and an iPhone in 1 year. So usually if two devices were released at the same time, they will have the same processor, and that's where A5 comes in. So A5 is the name of the processor that the iPhone 4S had, but the iPad 2 and 3 and also the iPod Touch 5th generation had the A5 processor. So the same bypass will actually work on all those devices. Now, if you don't know already, A5 devices are quite hard to bypass, and it takes a different type of method to bypass them. Now, I'm not going to get into it now, but it's pretty complicated, and it's not a very easy bypass to do as well, because you have to buy a circuit board and then upload the exploit to the board, and then plug the device into the circuit board to bypass it. So I wouldn't recommend trying this bypass if you don't know what you're doing. So I did a bit of explaining here, as you can see in the pop-up window, but I said here that I would strongly recommend watching a tutorial, which I still think is the best idea, so I've linked a YouTube tutorial when you press the OK button on how to set up and use the Arduino board. So the next option, as you can see, is bypass A6 devices. Now, as you can probably guess, one of the A6 devices is the iPhone 5, since we're going in order of model. But there's also the iPad 4th generation and iPhone 5C. So when we click on it, it says Sliver again. And when we click on that, it gives us a short tutorial on how to do the bypass. And the next button, of course, as you can see, is bypass the iPhone 5S. Now, as you can see, now we have some different options. So the first button is Checkmate, which is an iOS exploit that's been around for a little while, and it's quite helpful for bypassing the iPhone 5S and a few other devices. So when we click on it, it's going to give you a little bit of information about the bypass. Now, one thing to note about this bypass is it's tethered, meaning that if you shut down your iDevice or let the battery die, then your device will relock, which is kind of annoying, but all you have to do is re-bypass your device and you'll be good to go again. And you'll notice that when we click the OK button, you'll get a prompt to download 2 tools. So you can see the first one is Checkmate. And you might be wondering what that tool is. Well, basically, in order to use Checkmate, you have to jailbreak your device. And Checkmate is used to jailbreak Apple devices. So first you'll have to download that and then download Checkmate. When you download Checkmate, there'll be a DMG file in your downloads, and just open the DMG file and then drag the Checkmate app into your applications. Then to install Checkmate, it will download a zip file, and then once that's completed, the zip file will turn into a package file, and then you can open the package file to run the installer. Then once both applications are installed, just open the Checkmate app first to jailbreak your device. Then once those steps are done, open the checkmate.info software in your applications. Then once those steps are done, open the checkmate.info software app in your applications. Finally, click Start to bypass your device. Now that's enough with Checkmate. Let's discuss the next option, which is called Fear Rain. Now the Fear Rain option in recenter isn't available yet because I still have to code the function, but it will be coming soon. And that's it for the iPhone 5S. So now for the iPhone 6. So when you click on it, it's basically the exact same options as the iPhone 5S, which as you can see bring up the exact same pop-ups. And then now the iPhone 6S. So this one has one more option, which is called Purple Mode Unlock. Now this option is also pretty complicated, and I wouldn't expect it to be available in this app soon. So as you can see when you click on that, oh, that's weird. Not sure why it says there was an error, but I'm definitely going to have to fix that. And lastly, in the bypasses section is bypass iPhone 7, 8, and X. So this one is exactly the same things: checkmate, viewing, and the purple mode bypass. And then the final function is to downgrade all A6 devices. Now, if you don't remember, A6 devices are the iPhone 5, iPad 4th generation, and iPhone 5C. And if you click on it, you can see it says this function is coming soon. And that's everything for recenter. And as you can see, this tool is still being developed, so more functions will likely come in the future. And the final thing I want to explain in this video is where to download the tool. I'm going to close this. So I've posted the file on a file sharing platform called Mediafire, and I'm going to leave the link in the description for you to download it. But I do want to show you what it's going to look like when you click the link. Now when you click the link, it's going to bring up this website. You can see it says Mediafire up there. And there's going to be this big blue download button you'll hit, and then it will download the tool. Now I will be updating the app like I said before, so the URL for the app file may change. But if it does, I'll just edit the link in the description to match it. So that's it for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and you can comment down below your thoughts, and of course subscribe to my channel for more content. That's it for now, and I'll catch you in my next video.